Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin looks like free falling, looks like following this rising wedge or bearish continuation pattern. But why is it happening all of a sudden? I mean, what is creating sell pressure in the market? Is it just this rising wedge or is it something else? Because if you are aware guys, crypto market braces for the Mt. Gox Bitcoin payout, and the question here is, will the price of Bitcoin sink or swim because the potential return of over 9 billion worth of Mt. Gox era Bitcoin in the coming weeks could unsettle the market and exert negative price pressure on Bitcoin, according to analysts at K33 Research. Earlier this week, some creditors of the now defunct Mt. Gox crypto exchange shared update on their claims, providing information about the amount of cryptocurrencies and fiat owned to them, as well as completed repayment date. So this news is definitely creating fear, or let's say putting negative price pressure on Bitcoin. Beside that, we also found out BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF daily inflows hit $0 for the first time. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF inflow streak ended on April 24th after IBIT recorded no inflow for the day, according to data from Farsight. I mean, BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust has notched its first day of $0 inflow since Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETFs were introduced in the United States in January. Ever since its launch on January 11, IBIT has consistently attracted investment worth millions of dollars daily, racking up nearly $15.5 billion in just 71 days. The inflow streak ended for BlackRock on April 24th after it recorded $0 of inflow. If we look at this Bitcoin ETF flow table, you can see here on 24th April 2024, IBIT, zero, right? And it's not just only this IBIT. Most of the other Bitcoin ETF participants witness a dry spell as well. So this might be adding more sell pressure here in price action of Bitcoin. So this might be also the reason why we are seeing this bearish continuation pattern playing out here in price action of Bitcoin. But I want you guys to be clear. On my previous video, I showed you that in the medium short term, this bearish continuation pattern might be playing out. Price getting attracted around 64,000. This is exactly where we are right now. So the question here is it going to turn out into a V-shaped type of recovery, or is it going to head towards the price objective from this bearish continuation pattern around 60,000 before deciding the trend duration? Because on my previous video I showed you that after reaching 64,000, the price of Bitcoin could make a U-turn or V-shaped type of recovery. But after the news, that might be adding more pressure here in price action of Bitcoin. But let's wait until this daily candle closes below the 0.5 or even the golden pocket, which will be in between 62,500 to 63,000. If we manage to remain above this trend line, I personally think regardless of this bearish news, the price of Bitcoin after that could show a move like this. And why? Because I showed you guys with this falling channel or descending channel, once the price breaks the key line of resistance, it usually results in an impulsive move. We found out the price of Bitcoin was also breaking out from this descending channel. Now, if the price of Bitcoin is going to show another similar continuation, just like from the past price action, then you can see guys, after breaking out, right, we might see price of Bitcoin showing a move like this. After breaking out, a pullback, right, a pullback, and once we find support at this 0.5, 0.61 Fibonacci line, showing a V-shaped type of recovery, just like from this past price action. So that's why guys, before we see price dropping below 60,000, I personally think 70,000, 69,000 could be retested, and only after that we are going to decide the trend duration, because it's not just only this descending channel, right? Even here in a bigger frame, I showed you this rounding bottom in a bigger picture, 60,000 is one of the most important line of support which we are not allowed to break. And if you look at this in a bigger picture, yes, we are showing weakness, but since the price is still over 60,000, this might be just a retest. Price coming back to test the resistance from the previous temporary line before finding bottom, before starting with another continuation here like this. So to invalidate this bullish scenario, we need the price of Bitcoin to close below 60,000. So until we see that happening, we are still going to look this as a bullish continuation pattern, and this pullback is going to be looked as a retest, nothing else. Now, even according to our leading indicator, yes, we have failed. We have failed to find support at the bottom CPI line. Failing to find support at bottom CPI line has resulted in a corrective move. But since we have already tested the support from the monthly S1 line, right, this pullback could be short-lived. So that's why I showed you with this 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line. As long as the price remains above this, let us not panic. This might be just a temporary pullback, price testing some key line before showing a move like this. So that is another reason why I personally think as long as the price remains above this 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line, this pullback here might be very short-lived. And also according to this Bollinger Band, yes, unfortunately we have failed to find support at this basis line. I showed you yesterday that this was actually looking very bullish, but now unfortunately you can see the daily has failed to find support at this basis line, which resulted in a corrective move. So now if this here is going to be another continuation, let it be, but I just want you guys to monitor the support which you have on this 60,000 carefully, because the lower band from this Bollinger Band is also above 60,000, which will be acting as support. So please guys, please, there is nothing to worry about as long as we remain above 60,000, because this entire thing could be turning out like this. I mean, price showing another move like this, right? And then start with another bullish movement after forming this double bottom type of formation. So that is another reason we are not going to get bearish as long as the price remains above 60,000. Now, even one of the most bullish indicator has unfortunately started to turn bearish. I mean, yesterday this MACD was clearly crossing each other. I mean, I was very excited, just like you guys, right, to see this MACD crossing bullish almost after 3 months. But unfortunately, this news, right, regarding Mt. Gox institutional inflow going to zero, that is definitely another sign of weakness. So that might be also the reason why we are seeing some changes in price action of Bitcoin. So what we have to monitor is the support which you have around 60,000 in a bigger frame, and in the medium short term, the support from this 0.5, 0.618 line, because I still believe as long as the price remains over 60,000, this move, even if the indicators are going to turn bearish like this, right, this move could still favor the longs after this pullback. Yes, guys, even after this pullback, I strongly believe remaining over 60,000 could result in a move like this, a perfect double bottom type of formation, price breaking the neckline, and then slowly starting with an actual impulsive move. And the reason is very simple. I mean, the price here in the medium short term, even if it's going to follow this bearish continuation pattern known as descending triangle, I showed you that in the past price action, finding support at the lower trend line has resulted in a bullish move. So it might be another bullish move continuation like this. So after some retracement, price could still show a move around 70,000 before choosing an actual trend direction. So that is another reason why I'm not worried about price showing weakness. As long as we remain above 60,000, you can see this bullish continuation pattern could still be playing out here in price action of Bitcoin before we choose an actual trend direction. But for the medium short term, yes, we are being flashed with weakness. I mean, in an hourly time frame, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin, this right angle ascending broadening wedge looks like playing out another bearish continuation pattern with price already around 61,000. So If this bearish continuation pattern is going to play out, nothing is going to change because we are still going to remain above 60,000. So that's another reason why even if this bearish continuation pattern is going to play out, I want you guys to simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, nothing much has changed. Price in the medium short term, yes, has changed the market sentiment a little bit, but in a bigger picture, things is still intact. I mean, this bullish continuation is still intact. So this entire bearish move in the medium short term, even if it's going to happen in the upcoming days, could be very short-lived. So that is another reason why I want you guys to simply zoom out if you have any doubt. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals who have still not claimed this free 200 USDT position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description right now, because Bybit is providing around free 200 USDT futures position airdrop, either Bitcoin USDT position, Ethereum USDT position, or Solana USDT position. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.